Though encouraged by many to approach Scout Day just like any other workout, these players know it is anything but that. After an anxious wait, a player is called to put his plate skills on display. Scout Day coaches do what they can to ground and focus the player for a stock-defining moment. Most of these prospects have played in games that were attended by a Major League Scout or two, but today there are 41 Major League Scouts in attendance. A fielding coach preps the player to showcase his defensive skills. This will be the last chance the player has to make an impression on this day. In the big leagues, pristine defense is a must. The players know that an error-free showing would be the benchmark. When it's over, some scouts come down to make personal contact with a player of interest. This is a marketplace, and though the day's action is over, product inspection A promising young baseball talent receives a call from his former high school coach, who has assumed an advisory role until the player sees fit to take on a sports agent. In the aftermath of a scout day, players are anxious to learn what impact their performance may have made. Modern media offers an unprecedented glut of feedback opportunities. But wisdom would suggest a young athlete focus on what is ahead, what is in his control.
Coming to the plate now, Derek Leonard.
Batting third, first baseman, Derek Leonard.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Hentgen ranging back at the track. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. Barrera rounds the corner and is headed home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. Standing in, Mike Simpson.
Batting fourth, third baseman, Mike Simpson.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for two. And he is into second with a two-out double. Digging in the switch hitter, Ken Hentgen.
Center fielder.
Here comes the first pitch.
Hentgen.
Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center. In there, a base hit. Coming to the plate now, Pete Diaz.
Batting eighth, second baseman, Pete Diaz.
He's set and the pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 1-0 delivery. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. But an easy play over at third, and that'll be that. So it's no runs. Ready for another chance? Richard Vega. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Richard Vega.
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Matsui looks up, and this one is gone. A home run. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ken Hentgen.
Ken Hentgen.
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. 1-0. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Here comes the 1-0. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Ground ball right side. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on it. Ready for another shot now. Ken Hentgen. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Watt rounds third and is digging for the plate. In to score, the runner from second. Fedor is on his way home, and he'll make it in as well. And they're on the board for the first time. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Digging in to try it again.
Now
Joel
batting,
Castilla,
center
0 for 2
fielder,
on his line thus
Joel
far.
Castilla.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Hentgen is in pursuit, and that's the second out of the inning. Ready once again, Ken Hentgen. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
Ken Hentgen.
Here comes the first pitch.
A swing and a liner to left center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Your
Travis
attention, please.
Whitney is on the pitch here in the 8th with nobody
Number
out.
6, Travis
Pete
Whitney.
Dias will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with the runner at first and nobody out. And that's in there for strike one.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
0-1, here it comes. Line towards center field. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. The runner from first crosses the plate, and a relay to the plate. And it's in time, and he's out at the plate, so one runs across, but the second one is cut down. Standing in, Joel Castilla. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once.
Castilla.
Pulled toward right center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Ken Hentgen. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a liner, but this will be a foul ball. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down.
A swing and a ball to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit.
Now the relay home, and they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate, and now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Second baseman, Pete Diaz.
From the stretch, Pete Dias is at the plate now as he looks at strike one. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
And that'll get down out there near the wall. And the run is in to score from second. Striding in once again, Andreas Gonzalez comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Hard liner to center field, and that's in there, base hit. Nine to 6, the final tally in this one. The international team brought the bats in this one with 18 total hits. So that's
As the draft nears and teams begin to identify prospects they may target, a game of dreams also becomes a game of dollars. A ball player must keep the game in his heart, but his mind on the game, or he won't be a ball player long.
Welcome back to the Major League Baseball first-year player draft. The first round is complete, so we will now begin the second round. The first pick is now officially on the clock. With the first pick in the second round, the Minnesota Twins select Andreas Gonzalez, a catcher from the West region. With the second pick of the second round, the Tampa Bay Rays select J.P. Golden, a starting pitcher from the East region. With the third pick in the second round, the Cincinnati Reds select Luis Rivera, a starting pitcher from the Central region. With the fourth pick of the second round, the San Diego Padres select Derek Leonard, a first baseman from the West region. With the fifth pick in the second round, the Atlanta Braves select Francisco Bautista, a shortstop from the East region. With the sixth pick of the second round, the Oakland Athletics select Chris Hernandez, a starting pitcher from the International region. With the seventh pick in the second round, the Arizona Diamondbacks select Keith Tejada, a catcher from the West region. With the eighth pick of the second round, the Philadelphia Phillies select Bill Duke, a starting pitcher from the West region. With the ninth pick in the second round, the Milwaukee Brewers select Taylor Peralta, a left fielder from the East region. With the 10th pick of the second round, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim select Harvey Brady, a starting pitcher from the East region. With the 11th pick in the second round, the Colorado Rockies select Billy Gore, a second baseman from the West region. With the 12th pick of the second round, the Chicago White Sox select Carlos Castro, a starting pitcher from the Central region. With the 13th pick in the second round, the Pittsburgh Pirates select Ken Henkin, a center fielder from the International region.
The awaited moment arrives. Many players will forever remember every detail of this conversation and moment. In the days and weeks that follow, teams work to come to terms with the players they have drafted and get them signed. In most cases, rookie contracts get done in a fairly straightforward manner, and with that, players and organizations alike are happy to have their team and get the season underway. A Double-A manager addresses his team before their season opener. For many of these young men, it is their first game as a professional.
The show's continuing coverage of Eastern League Baseball is on the air. So digging in now, Luis Bruno, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Mead going back on it to the track, to the wall. Gone! It's a grand slam. Wow. Stepping up to the plate, Ken Henkin. Into the windup and the pitch. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Now at the plate, Preston Beavers.
Batting ninth, pitcher Preston Beavers.
He's set, and the pitch. And a curveball in for a strike.
That's a high strike on a curveball right there. If he continues to throw that pitch, we won't be mentioning his name very much longer in this game. He's going to have to get that ball down to be effective.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taken.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Pitch, strike 3 called, the throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Digging in the switch hitter, Ken Henkin. He'll get his side started in the inning. And Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out at the gates and got hot right away. But whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
Oh no, that screaming comebacker nailed him.
Well, he went for the big swing and ends up getting a swinging bunt. You couldn't have rolled the ball any better. Starts off the inning. Here we go. We're off and flying. A leadoff single.
Pitcher, Trevor Williams.
Trevor Williams is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0.
Now he finds himself down 2-0. It looks like he's just distracted. This is the advantage of having a guy on first base who can run.
And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Two 2-0 count and the pitch. Now a bunt attempt here, and they'll just tag him out along the first base line. But one's all they'll get as he's back in safely at second. Striding in once again, Jose Colon.
Number 7.
0 for 1 for him here in this one. Pickoff move to second, and he'll get back in safely. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Called strike at the letters, 0-1. 1 out and a runner on second base. Hit on the ground out to short. Oh, look at the sliding stop. What a play. How about that? Got him on the tag. Out. 1 hit's all they get. Ready for another chance. Alexi Cedeno. He doubled earlier and carries a 2 for 2 line into this appearance. High in the air out to center field. Henkin giving chase. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So nothing happening. Digging in to try it again. Arnold Robertson. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far.
Robertson.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Henkin is after it. He can't track it down as this ball falls. Fahey rounds third and is digging for the plate. And not in time as the run scores. So much of this game is situated. Now at the plate, Ken Henkin. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how the starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But well, this game had its moments, but it got out of hand pretty quick. Always nice when you can post.